Oh yeah, they're still trying to make Star Wars movies, and they're making two. That's right, they're making two. So of course, Mandalorian and his little buddy are going to be on the big screen. Mando's got a new toy to play with. So Empire Magazine has released multiple covers and a new image for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, featuring a fresh look at Din Djarin and his little buddy as the duo heads to theaters. The Empire piece also includes new quotes from Dave Filoni and Pedro Pascal. Hey, he's sometimes in that suit. And he's the voice of the character. Anyway, they framed the film as a character-first Star Wars event, rather than a project carrying the weight of launching a new trilogy. Okay. I mean, he already had 3 seasons of a show. So, whatever. Anyway, look. Oh, remember that? Yeah, so there is he on Hoth? They're still occupying Hoth, maybe? No, it's probably some other ice planet. Odds are there's more than one. We know there's more than one desert planet. We did learn that, thanks to the sequel trilogy. How about that? Who knew? The new Empire images spotlight Din and Grogu in 2 different moods. The image leans into action with Mando in a snowy setting. The covers go behind the scenes. Din and Grogu's sitting in a director's chair as if they're part of the production. This is just set up for the photo, right? This isn't the actual set. It's... yeah. We never did... Who's the actor playing Grogu, Wow, his chair just says Grogu. This is one of those actors that says, look, I'm never good with remembering character names, so you're just going to have to name my characters after my real name. And I'm like, okay. So that's how that works. Yep. Anyway, Filoni, who co-wrote The Mandalorian and Grogu and directed second unit on the film, compared today's Star Wars landscape to the pressure that came with Episode 7. Episode 7 was a completely different entity, explains Filoni. I had dreams of Episode 7 since I came out of Return of the Jedi. You were like, well, after 6 comes 7. Where's 7? We're in a completely different era of Star Wars now. You mean the afterlife? Filoni adds that the Mandalorian and Grogu doesn't have to introduce a new entire trilogy or a roster of unknown heroes. Or even a story or a plot that makes sense. He don't need any of that. Instead, he calls the movie a big celebration of its title pair. Oh, look. Yeah. The season 3 finale felt like a real ending. Pretty much, yeah. With Din and Grogu settling into a homestead. They should have been a trailer house. That'd have been funny. On Navarro, after taking down Moff Gideon and helping reclaim Mandalore. But Pedro Pascal says it's not the end of their story because, he gets paid to do another one. So of course he's going to say that. It only felt like the ending of a particular chapter. Pascal tells Empire. The finale also set up Din taking missions for the New Republic at Aldelphi Base, which opens up a new version of his work. They open up the opportunity for him to continue his best work as a bounty hunter, but just working for the good guys, says Pascal, combining skill and morality, whereas when we meet him first, it's simply skill and Beskar and the Mandalorian Creed. This is the way. Through his relationship to Grogu, there is an expansion of his heart and a disarming of his armor, so to speak, that leads him to fight for what he knows is right. Well, there you go. Filoni also stresses the bigger set pieces only matter if the characters land. You don't say. What can't you do now, says Filoni, noting that spectacle only goes so far. It's a question of, is the audience going to believe it? Are they going to feel it? That comes through the characters. If the characters are connecting, then the adventure plays, the action plays, the tension plays. Well, anyway, there you go. Hey, look, it's almost here. So, yeah. I mean, the trailers and everything, it's mostly just more of the same. It's like the one where he's battling that, I don't know, giant snake in the water. That actually looks really cool because it's very reminiscent to a lot of sci-fi paintings and whatnot, not just about Star Wars, but a lot of those too, from the 70s and whatnot. It just looks like that it is come to life, you know. I wish more sci-fi movies would do that because the technology is really there to really make it look like those paintings come to life. Oh, well. But that's it. That's just the aesthetics. And if this is just repetition of what the show already delivered, then I don't know. You think the movie has a chance? Again, same thing with Marvel. Brand damage goes a long, long way. So Mandalorian and Grogu could be a nice, fun little movie, you know? But if nobody shows up, that won't matter. Well, time will tell.